Are you serious? Are you serious? The beast is rising. Yes, Revelation chapter 13 speaks about a beast, a monster with 7 heads and 10 horns, and those horns having the crowns or having 10 kings, and they have the name blasphemy. It's an antichrist spirit rising in the land, and it is on the rise. Well, Russia has decided to point the finger directly at the United States of America for all the problems in the Middle East. Matter of fact, listen to this. United Nations are reporting Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov accused the United States yesterday of plunging the Middle East into chaos and fueling the rise of extremists because of its drive to dominate the world. Lavrov leveled the fierce criticism of Washington's policies at a special UN Security Council debate on maintaining international peace and security. Now, the foreign minister cited the U.S.-led airstrikes in Syria, the 2003 invasion of Iraq, and the 2011 military intervention in Libya, that was during the Arab Spring and Muammar Gaddafi, as examples of violations of the fundamental principles of the United Nations. Quote, all of this is the result of attempts to dominate global affairs, to rule over all, everywhere, to use military force unilaterally to push one's interests, Lavrov told a 15-member council. These have plunged the Middle East and North Africa into instability and chaos, and to a large extent have created a breeding ground in which extremists can thrive, he said. Now, Russia and the United States have been at loggerheads over the war in Syria, with Moscow supporting President Bashar Assad and opposing U.S. airstrikes against the Islamic State targets. Also, Lavrov did not mention the United States by name, but his remarks made clear he was targeting the United States' current administration. The foreign minister spoke of unsavory methods being used, such as regime change and open support for unconstitutional state coups in Ukraine a year ago. Russia has repeatedly accused the United States and its Western allies of having engineered the ouster of pro-Kremlin Ukrainian leader Viktor Yanukovych, which triggered the separatist uprising and upheaval in Crimea and eastern Ukraine. Now, Lavrov said that the Security Council was either used as a body to rubber stamp decisions made in Washington or was sidelined altogether from its primary role of maintaining peace and security. And remember what the Bible says. When they say peace and safety or peace and security, then cometh sudden destruction. Well, he says, Lavrov says, quote, do we really want to see the Security Council as an effective instrument for peace and security? Or are we ready to turn it into an area for propaganda confrontations? The foreign minister spoke to the council as Ukraine accused pro-Russian rebels of massing forces near the port cities of Mariupol, despite a ceasefire agreement reached between Ukraine, Russia, France, and Germany. Now, on the heels of this report, I want to add that we got breaking news early this morning that the United States of America and the 6 superpowers are very close to a deal with Iran on nuclear capabilities. The six superpowers are the United States of America, the United Kingdom, France, China, Russia, and Germany. And those six superpowers have been meeting with Iran. Now, of course, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel, scheduled to come to Washington, rejected by the Obama administration for a meeting, but granted the invitation to come and speak before a joint session of Congress. This is going to happen on March 3rd. I call this the prophetic hour, which it certainly will be. America will have to choose if it's still standing with Israel or not. Or are we truly a divided house? And as that's taking place, you need to know that with John F. Kerry saying this morning that a deal is almost there in which Iran would not be allowed to make nuclear weapons for 10 years. But some of the inspections and restrictions on Iran would be eased to allow them some more capabilities of enriching the uranium and increasing their nuclear power capabilities. And as they inch toward that 10-year goal, they can start the process of assembling nuclear weapons. Limited amounts, and must be monitored. Now, that's kind of the deal being framed up. Now, Benjamin Netanyahu is going to totally reject this ideal. Any time, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 100 years from now, he does not ever want to see Iran possessing nuclear capability. So this world, let me just say it this way, the beast is rising. It's going to be a one world government, a new world order. The Illuminati spirit mixed with radical Islam will come together as one. And as it happens, you will watch the steps and the process of individual liberties and freedoms being stripped away from the citizens of the earth, whether it's communism, super socialism, or Sharia law. It won't matter. Totalitarianism, fascism, it won't matter. Those are all fancy names of the same demonic spirit, oppressing the freedoms of people and bringing forth an antichrist spirit to rule the world. A beast, very ugly, and it will raise without God. Are you saved? Because, folks, this is coming quicker than I even anticipated. In the last 5 years that I've been on YouTube, there has been an incredible advancement of the New World Order. I could only imagine if time lasts 5 more years, where will we be then? Will I still be here? Or locked away in a FEMA camp cell? Or caught up, carried away in the arms of Jesus?